Hello friends, welcome to our UGC NET English Literature Preparation Series episode 5. Let's begin with our question number 41. The question is, which among the following statements are true about Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights? 5 statements are given. Statement A, the novel was published in 1847. Statement B, Emily Bronte published this novel under the pseudonym Alice Bell. Statement C, Lockwood and Catherine Linton are the main narrators of the story. Statement D, novel is unique for its abstention from authorial intrusion, unusual structure and narrative technique. And statement E, Wuthering Heights was the third novel of Emily Bronte. We need to select the option that lists only the true statements. Just think about it. Yes, the correct answer is option 3, A, B and D only. Here is a quick explanation to help you remember. Statement A is true. Wuthering Heights was indeed first published in 1847. Statement B is also true. Like her sisters, Emily published under a masculine pseudonym. Here was Alice Bell. Statement C is false. This is a common misconception. The main narrators are the outsider Mr. Lockwood and the housekeeper Nellie Dean. And statement D is true. The novel's revolutionary narrative, with its multiple perspectives and lack of a single and moralizing voice, is one of its most celebrated features. Statement E is false. Wuthering Heights was Emily Bronte's first and only novel. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question, 42. This is the question, which among the following are the titles of the periodicals? Here are the options. Option A, Dickens' Household Words. Option B, S.T. Coleridge's Friend. Option 3, Richard Steele's Guardian. Option D, Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis. Option E, Leigh Hunt's Indicator. Just think for a while. Yes, the correct answer is option 3, A, B, C and E only. Here is a short explanation to help you remember. Option A, Dickens' Household Words is true. This was a highly popular weekly magazine edited by Charles Dickens himself from 1850 to 1859. Option B, S.T. Coleridge's Friend is true. This was a periodical written, edited and published by Samuel Taylor Coleridge between 1809 to 1810. Option C, Richard Steele's Guardian is also true. This was an influential daily periodical founded by Richard Steele in 1713. Option D, Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis is false. This is not a periodical. It is one of the most famous novellas of the 20th century. Then option E, Leigh Hunt's Indicator is true. This was a popular literary journal published by Leigh Hunt between 1819 and 1821. Okay, now let's move on to question 43. The question is, which among the following writers are popular for partisan narratives? Here are the options. Option A, Krishna Sobti. Option B, Shashi Deshpande. Option C, Sarosh Kawasji. Option D, Bharati Mukherjee. And option E, Rahi Masum Raja. Think for a while. Yes, the correct answer is option 3, A, C and E only. Here is the short explanation. Option A, Krishna Sobti is true. She is a major Hindi writer and her novel is a landmark partisan narrative. Then option C, Sarosh Kawasji is also true. He is a noted author and scholar known for his anthologies and writings on the partisan such as Stories from the Raj. Option E, Rahi Masum Raja is also true. His Hindi novel Adha Gaon is a classic portrayal of the partisan's impact on a village. Now, why are the authors not primarily known for this? Option B, Shashi Deshpande is false in this context. She is a celebrated Indian novelist
but her work focuses predominantly on the inner lives and struggles of middle class women in post-independence India, not specifically on the partisan. Then option D, Bharati Mukherjee, is also false. She was an Indian American writer known for her novels on immigration and Indian diaspora experience in North America, not for partisan narratives. Okay, now let's continue to question number 44.
The question is, which among the following are not mentioned as the aspects of the novel by E.M. Forster? Here are the options. Option A, story. Option B, imagination. Option 3, plot. Option D, harmony. And option E, prophecy. Think for a while. Got it? Yes. The correct answer is option 4, B and D only. Here is a short explanation based on Forster's work, Aspects of the Novel. In his 1927 Aspects of the Novel, E. M. Forster outlined 7 key aspects he considered fundamental. Let's check our list against this. Option A, story is included. This is in fact his very first aspect. Option C, plot is included. This is his second aspect. Option E, prophecy is included. This is one of his later more complex aspects, dealing with a special tone of voice that suggests universal truth. Now for the ones he did not include. B, imagination is not a specific aspect. While the concept is inherent to all fiction, Forster did not list it as one of his 7 aspects. Then option D, harmony is not an aspect. His final aspect is actually pattern and rhythm, not harmony. Remember the 7 aspects: story, people, plot, fantasy, prophecy, pattern and rhythm. Okay. Now let's proceed to the question number 45.
Now the question is, which of the following is true about Tennessee Williams, A Streetcar Named Desire? Here are the options. Option A, it is set in New Orleans. Option B, the protagonist is a Mississippi landowner. Option C, it ends with Blanky's defeat and departure. Option D, Tom Wingfield is the narrator. And option E, Laura and Stella are cousins. Think for a while. Ready? The correct answer is option 2, A and C only. Here is a short explanation. Option A, it is set in New Orleans. This is true. The French Quarter of New Orleans is the backdrop for the entire play, almost a character in itself. Option C, it ends with Blanky's defeat and departure. This is true. The play's tragic conclusion sees Blanky mentally shattered. Now let's look at the incorrect statements. Option B, the protagonist is a Mississippi landowner. This is false. The protagonist Blanky is a former school teacher from Mississippi. Then option D, Tom Wingfield is the narrator. This is false. Tom Wingfield is the narrator and a character in Tennessee Williams' other great play, The Glass Menagerie. He does not appear in A Streetcar Named Desire. Then option E, Laura and Stella are cousins. This is false. Laura is the fragile sister in The Glass Menagerie. Stella is Blanky's sister in A Streetcar Named Desire. They are characters from 2 different plays and are not related at all. Okay. Now let's move to question number 46.
The question is, which of the following is true about Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot? Here are the options. Option A, it illustrates vanity of humankind. Option B, it has uncompromising views on humanitarian communism. Option C, it projects self-defense, striving to disguise failure. Option D, it is a static representation without structure or development. And option E, its incoherent dialogue suggests despair of a society. Just think about it. Yes, the correct answer is option 1, that is A and C only. Here is a short explanation. Option A, it illustrates vanity of human mind. This is true. The play is a powerful depiction of existential vanity, the futile waiting, the meaningless routines, and the absence of a higher purpose in life. Option C, it projects self-defense, striving, disguise failure. This is true. Vladimir and Estragon constantly deceive themselves with games, conversations, and the hope that Godot will come, all to disguise the crossing failure and emptiness of their existence. Now let's examine the incorrect statements. Option B, it has uncompromising views on humanitarian communism. This is false. The play is not a political commentary on any specific ideology like communism. Its concerns are philosophical and existential, not socio-political. Option D, it is a static representation without structure or development. This is false. While the plot is cyclical, the play has a highly deliberate and symmetrical structure. There may be no plot development, but there is profound thematic development. Then option E, its incoherent dialogue suggests despair of a society. This is a misleading half-truth. While the dialogue is often fragmented, its primary purpose is not just to show societal despair, but to reflect the breakdown of logical communication and the inherent meaninglessness of language itself. Therefore, the most accurate statements are that the play illustrates human vanity and the character's self-defense. Remember, Waiting for Godot is a philosophical, not political play about the human condition. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question, that is question number 47.
This is the next question. Which of the following assumptions is or are not true in the context of culture industry? Here are the options. Option A, the term culture industry was used by the Frankfurt School to describe the operations of mass media. Option B, the dominant capitalist class instills its values and beliefs in the minds of the working class people. Option C, the word industry signifies the production of cultural products for mass consumption. Option D, the authentic culture arising from the working class is preserved and protected. And option E, the mass culture thus produced induces activism and critical thinking among the youth. Just think for it. Yes, the correct answer is option 4, D and E only. Let us have a short explanation. Option A is true. The term was indeed coined by the Frankfurt School critical theorists to analyze how mass media operates like a factory and how it produces standardized cultural goods. Option B is also true. This is the core of the concept of cultural hegemony. The ruling class uses the culture industry to instill its own ideology as the norm of the society. Option C is also true. The word industry is used precisely to highlight the commercial assembly line production of culture for a mass market. Option D is false. This is the opposite of their argument. The culture industry destroys authentic folk culture and working class traditions. Option E is false again because this is the direct opposite. They argued that the culture industry produces a passive, uncritical audience lulled into conformity, not activism. Its purpose is to prevent critical thinking. Okay, now let's move on to the next question, that is 48. The next question is, which of the following assumptions are true in the context of new criticism? Here are the options. Option A, the new movement in literature popularized closed reading of the text. Option B, the leading critics of new criticism are Alan Tate, Robert Fen Warren, R.P. Blackmore, and Kenneth Burke. Option C, the critical approach is extensively used in the study of novels and plays. Option D, this critical approach tends to discredit historical, social, and political contexts of a work of literature. Option E, J.C. Ransom published a book, New Criticism, wherein he appreciates I.A. Richards, William Emerson, and T.S. Eliot. Now think about it. Yes, the correct answer is option 4, A, B, and D only. Let's have a short explanation. Option A is true. New criticism is synonymous with close reading, a rigorous analysis focusing exclusively on the text itself. its language, its structure, imagery, and paradoxes. Option B is also true. The critics called Alan Tate, Robert Wayne Warren, R.P. Blackmore, and Kenneth Burke are indeed central figures associated with the new critical movement. Option D is true. This is the foundational principle. New criticism explicitly rejects external context, the author's intention, the intentional fallacy, and the reader's emotional response, that is the affective fallacy. The next question is, in absurd theatre, the characters often use disjointed, repetitive, and clinched speech. Here are the options. Option A, to suggest that meaninglessness is all about meaning. Option B, to suggest the working of the subconscious. Option C, to bring about the comic action and relief. Option D, to illustrate the illogical and purposelessness of human condition. And option E, to defy the self-professed modern notion of dignity and wisdom. Just think for a while. Yes, the correct answer is option 3, D and E only. Let's discuss about D and E. Option D illustrates the illogical and purposelessness of human condition. This is true. The breakdown of coherent communication directly mirrors the absurd view that life itself lacks inherent purpose or logical structure. Option E defies the self-professed modern notion of dignity and wisdom. This is also true. Absurd theatre, it shatters the dignified and wise ideals of classical theatre and modern intellectualism. It presents a more stark, undignified, and truthful picture of existence. Okay? Now let's move on to the next question, that is question number 50. The question is, in which work does the following line occur? The mountain nymph, Sweet Liberty. Here are the options. Option A, Byron's Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. Option B, Shelley's Ode to the West Wind. Option C, Milton's El Allegro. And option D, Shakespeare's Henry V. Just think about it for a while. Did you get the answer? Yes, the correct answer is option 3, Milton's El Allegro. Here is a short explanation. This quote comes from John Milton's fair poems El Allegro, the Happy Man, and Second Penseroso, the Melancholy Man. In El Allegro, the speaker is inviting the goddess Mirth to join him, and he describes her companions. One of them is Sweet Liberty, whom he addresses as the mountain nymph. The line perfectly captures the poem's celebration of cheerful, active, and unrestrained rural pleasures. Okay? Now, this is the end of this episode. Finally, thanks for watching. Kindly consider subscribing my channel. I will come with new and informative videos like this in each episode. Do your work, believe in God, and stay positive.